Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here. May you be blessed by the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth, the one that has given you life. And I hope you are praising God. It's only the living that can declare the praise of the Lord. And part of what we'll be doing even on this channel and for this tutorial is to praise the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth, with the work of our hands. Therefore, as we commence, put all you have got into it. Let your work be so good as to attract glory to God. And you feel happy seeing what God has deposited in you and how you have been able to utilize it very well. In today's tutorial, by the grace of God, I will be teaching you how to crochet this perfect star beret. It's a beautiful one, and we shall be working using the tapestry design. We are going to be using 3 colors. It's very easy to follow, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. Aside from being very easy, the beret is reversible. You can use both the wrong and the right side. From the clip you are watching, the white and blue design is actually showing the right side of the beret, while the second one I'm actually displaying the reverse side, and both sides are so neat. If you follow it and you painstakingly crochet along, you are going to have a beret that you can use and switch to any side you like at any point in time. This tutorial is in 2 parts, as we shall be working in 26 rounds to complete the perfect star beret. This first part that you are watching right now will cover the first 15 rounds, while the second part will cover the remaining 11 rounds. I'm going to leave the link in the description box so that immediately you finish this, you can as well click on that and continue until you complete the beret. For this project, you require a medium weight yarn, and because medium weight yarn are not readily available where I am going to be using double strand of lightweight yarn. And because we shall be working in tapestry design, I'm going to be using 5.5mm hook. Ordinarily, I should have used either 6mm or 6.5, but because we'll be carrying our unused yarn along and we'll be working over it, I need a hook that is not too big so that my tension will be a little bit tight and it will cover the unused yarn. We also need a scissors, a darning needle, stitch marker, and a tape to measure. Stitch marker is very important because we are going to be working in a continuous round. So obviously we will need to be marking the beginning of each round so that we don't lose count of our rounds. Now that our materials are ready, let us start. We are going to be starting with a magic ring. If you don't know how to go about it, I will leave a link in the description box for my tutorial on magic ring so that you familiarize yourself with it. Into the magic ring, you are going to start with chain 2, but this chain 2 will not count as part of our stitch. Thereafter, you are going to work 11 half double crochet into the ring. If you don't know how to go about the half double crochet, I will also leave a link at the description box for you to familiarize yourself with it. But at the same time, you can watch as I walk along. All you need to do is to yarn over needle, insert into the ring, pull through your yarn again, and yarn around your needle to pull through the 3 loops that are now on your hook. Very simple half double crochet. For our round 2, we are going to work 2 half double crochet into each of the 11 stitches. This time, by the time you make the first stitch, place your stitch marker on it so that you will be able to know where your round 2 commenced from. Remember, we are going to be working in a continuous round. We are not going to slip stitch for now. Just work in a spiral. 2 half double crochet in each stitch. When working in tapestry, at interval, make it an habit to check the reverse of your work to ensure that you are carrying your unused yarn along and you are actually crocheting over it. It's essential. As you crochet along, ensure you work over all your excess loose stays so that you can have a neat work at the end and less weaving in to be done if you work that way. You can see what I'm doing in this round. Just pull your loop tight, the one for the ring, and just crochet over it. We are now ready for our round 3. Remove your stitch marker from the beginning stitch, and you are going to work 2 half double crochet into the first stitch, and the following stitch you work 1 half double crochet. That is the pattern from beginning until you walk around the round. 2 half double crochet into first stitch, following stitch 1 half double crochet. Remember to place your stitch marker in the very first stitch of this round. At the end of your round 3, your stitches will have increased to 33. It is now time for us to work on our round 4. For our round 4, you are going to work 2 half double crochet into stitch. Then for the following 2 stitches, you are going to work 1 half double crochet each. Pattern again, 2 half double crochet into the first stitch, the following 2 stitches, 1/2 double crochet each. Continue the pattern until you work the full round. At the end of round 4, you are going to continue in the same sequence for round 5. Round 5 will be 2/2 double crochet into the first stitch, then 1/2 double crochet each in the next 3 stitches. At the end of round 5, your stitches will be 55. We are now going to commence round 6. In this round, we are going to introduce a second color. For that reason, I will be referring to the color we've been using all along as color A, while the new color will be color B. For a start, you are going to work with your color A, 2/2 double crochet into the first stitch only, then 1/2 double crochet each in the next 5 stitches. And thereafter your pattern will be like this, will go like this. Color B will be 2/2 double crochet in the next stitch. Then the following 7 stitch will be in color A, 1/2 double crochet each. I repeat again, for the pattern, color B, 2/2 double crochet in the next stitch. The following 7 stitches you are going to work color A, 1/2 double crochet each. That is after we have started with the first 6 stitches, which is 2/2 double crochet in the first stitch with color A, then 1/2 double crochet in the next 5 stitches still with color A. Just before your next stitch, when you are going to change color, make sure you finish the current stitch with the new color you will be introducing. By the time you are working the last stitch on your color A, pull through with color B. Just watch what I am doing. To finish off the round 6, use color A to finish the last stitch, because in our round 7 we are going to start with color A. At the end of round 6, you will be ending with 63 stitches, comprising of 7 groups of 7 stitches each in color A, and another 7 groups of 2 stitches each in color B. Now onto our round 7. For our round 7, we are starting with color A. You are going to skip the first stitch, then you work 1 half double crochet each in the next 5 stitches. From there, the sequence of pattern will be color B. Skip next stitch, 2 half double crochet each in the next 2 stitches. Those two stitches are your color B in the previous round. Each one is going to get 2 half double crochet. On completion, you now go to color A, skip next stitch again, work 1 half double crochet into the next 5 stitches. Very easy. Skip the first stitch, 1 half double crochet each in the next 5 stitches, color A. Color B, skip the next stitch, 2 half double crochet each in the next 2 stitches. You continue like this until you get to the last 3 stitches. The last stitches with color B, you are going to skip the next stitch and you work 2 half double crochet each in the last 2 stitches. Those last 2 stitches will be your color B from the previous round. To ascertain the correctness of your work at the end of round 7, I expect you to have 7 groups of 5 stitches each in color A and another 7 groups of 4 stitches each in color B. Let's now move on to round 8. For our round 8, we are starting with color B. In this round, for a start, you are going to work 2 half double crochet into the first stitch. Thereafter, you follow this pattern. With color A, work 1 half double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. Then change to color B. With color B, 2 half double crochet in next stitch, 1 half double crochet in the following 4 stitch, 2 half double crochet again in the following stitch. This is the pattern, meaning that you are going to be working color A 3 stitches and the end color B will be 8 stitches. Color A, 1 half double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. Color B, 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, followed by 1 half double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches, and finally 2 half double crochet in the following stitch. When working in tapestry, at interval, make it an habit to check the reverse of your work to ensure that you are carrying your unused yarn along and you are actually crocheting over it. It's essential. God created us for good works. You can only see that good works when you actually make an attempt and utilize whatever you have. Our work is turning out beautiful. The stars are beginning to show. Our 7 perfect star of perfection. So at the end of our round 8, this is what we have. We have 7 groups of color A, 3 stitches each. Then for our color B, we have 8 stitches in each group. We are now going to start the round 9, and by the time we complete round 9, that will be the last round for our color A for the time being. Now onto our round 9. For our round 9, you are going to start with color B, 1 half double crochet each into the next 3 stitches. After that, we now commence the pattern. Pattern is color A, 1 half double crochet into the next stitch. Then color B, 1 half double crochet each in the next 10 stitches. 1 half double crochet in the following stitch, color A. Then the following 10 stitches will be in color B, 1 half double crochet. You will continue until the last 8 stitches. The last 8 stitches, you will just work color A, 1 half double crochet, and the last 7 stitches will be in color B. Remember, we started color B with 3 stitches. So with these last 7 stitches, it's going to align with the others. And at the end, you are going to have 7 groups of color B, 10 stitches each, while color A will be just 1 stitch. And this is the last round for color A in this stage. So at the end of this round, we are going to fasten color A. We will soon be introducing our color C. At the end of round 9, this is what your work should look like. This is what mine is looking like right now. So now we are going to continue the pattern with round 10. For a start, we are going to work 1 HDC into the next 3 stitches with our color B. For this round, we are going to be using color B all through. After your 3 stitches, you will work 2 HDC in the next stitch. The next stitch should be your remaining single stitch of color A. After these starting 4 stitches, the pattern goes thus: 1 HDC in the next 10 stitches, 2 HDC in the next stitch. And as I earlier mentioned, that next stitch where you will be having your 2 HDC will be your single stitch in color A from the previous round. Towards the end of this round, you have just 8 stitches left. Work 2 HDC into the first stitch and just work 1 single HDC into the remaining 7 stitches. Let's measure our work to see what we have at the end of this round. As you can see, our work is 8 inches, but we are still going to do more. For For our round 11, we are commencing with color B. We are going to work 1 HDC each into the next 5 stitches. Then the following stitch you are going to work 2 HDC. Then again for the next 5 stitches you are going to work 1 HDC each. Thereafter you are going to introduce your color C, and for the color C you are going to work 1 HDC in the next stitch, and that is the pattern we will follow until we get to the end of this work. Again, I repeat, 1 HDC in the next 5 stitches with color B, 2 HDC in the next stitch still using color B, 1 HDC in the next 5 stitches using color B, and 1 HDC in the next stitch using color C. It is time to introduce our color C, because the next stitch will be done in color C. It is always good to finish the stitch you are on with the new color just before you get to the stitch into which you are going to work the new color, and that is what I am doing here right now. I am tying a loose knot for the color C that we just introduced. I like tying a very simple loose knot whenever I introduce a new color. Even though we are going to be working and enclosing the yarn as we walk along, I still want to make sure it is very secure, and you can do same too. Our work is becoming more and more interesting. We are now on round 12. For your round 12, you are going to skip the next stitch using color B. You are going to work 1 HDC each into the next 5 stitches, 2 HDC into the next following stitch, and 1 HDC each into the next 5 stitches. We now change to our color C. With our color C, we are going to work 3 HDC into the next stitch, and that next stitch will be your single color C stitch from the previous round. This is the pattern we'll be working on from now to the end of this round. I repeat once more. Skip next stitch using color B, 1 HDC each into the next 5 stitches, 2 HDC into the next stitch, 1 HDC each into the next 5 stitches. Then you move on to your color C, 3 HDC into the next stitch. As you walk along, maintain a consistent tension. Don't allow it to be too tight so that your work will not begin to curve or fold in a way that will make the pattern not to look very nice. At the end of round 12, you can observe these distinct groups. 7 groups of 12 stitches each of color B. Then another 7 groups of 3 stitches each in color C. It is now time for us to commence round 13. For your round 13, you are working 1 HDC into the first stitch with color C. It's just for us to now commence on the pattern. Almost immediately we change back to color B, and from here the pattern starts. Color B, 2 HDC into the next stitch, 1 HDC in the next 8 stitches, 2 HDC in the next stitch, change back to color C, 1 HDC in the next 5 stitches. That is our pattern. Let me repeat once more for your benefit. Color B, 2 HDC in the next stitch, 1 HDC each into the next 8 stitches, 2 HDC in the next stitch. Color C, 1 HDC each in the next 5 stitches. Our work is becoming more attractive. The artistic spirit that God has given unto us is an interesting one. From just that single stitch that we started with, you can see that we are creating something beautiful from something that on its own appeared insignificant. To end this round 13, the last 4 stitches, you are going to work using color C, 1 HDC each into each stitch. Good job we are doing. This is round 13 completed. As you can see, it measures 10 inches. That's 26 centimeters. This is adequate for an adult with medium head size. But I want us to go one row further so that it will be adequate for an adult with large head size. We are now going to commence our round 14, and for the round 14 we are starting with color B. With your color B, you are going to work 1 half double crochet into each of the next stitches. Thereafter you work 2 half DC into the next stitch, followed by another set of 1 half double crochet into the next 7 stitches. We now change to color C. With your color C, you work 1 half double crochet into the next 3 stitches. That is our pattern for this round. We will repeat again. 1 half double crochet into the next 6 stitches, 2 half double crochet into the next stitch, 1 half double crochet each into the next 7 stitches. All this you are going to work with your color B. Thereafter you change to color C. With your color C, you work 1 half double crochet into the next 3 stitches. Our next stitch is color C, so we are going to use that color C to finish up this last color B stitch. And the same way, now that we are on the last stitch of color C, we'll change back to color B. We are using color B to finish this third stitch of color C. If you don't finish off the last stitch with the next color you are going to use, there will be an overlap of colors and you will not have a neat work. So continue with this pattern till the end of the round before we commence the next round. At the end of this round 14, you should be having 7 groups of 15 stitches in color B and another 7 groups of 3 stitches of color C. Let's write on. We have now completed our round 14, and as you can see, we already have 11 inches. That's about 28 centimeters. This is now adequate for an adult with large head size, and that's where many of us fall into. So we are now going to continue with our round 15. In round 15, we are no longer going to increase our stitches, but we shall now be working in such a way that the pattern will be very obvious. For this round, we are going to work our color B into 17 stitches, while color C will only be in 1 stitch, meaning that at the end of this round, we shall be having groups of color B 17 stitches, while that of color C will be just 1 stitch. But for the beginning, we are only going to work into 16 stitches with color B, but at the end it will make up for it. By the time we get to the end of the round, we are ending with the 1 stitch, which is the short form currently. So at the end of the work, it will be so distinct. 17 stitches, color B, 1 stitch, color C. And at the end of this round, we are going to fasten off our color C, as it will no longer be required. Let's get working. So here is our round 15. We are going to stop on this round 15. The completion of the project will be done in my second video, which you are going to see the link in the description box. And when you also go to my channel, you are going to see it there. You can see that our work is actually beautiful. but the real beauty is when you complete it. And Jesus said it is not good to start, to put your hand on the plow and to end it halfway. I pray by the grace of God you will be able to end it well in Jesus' name. Thank you for watching and thank you for visiting my channel. If you find the work beautiful and interesting, I will be glad if you click the subscriber button if you have not yet done so. You can also turn on your notification button so that by the time I post new videos, you will be among the first to know. And please give me a thumbs up as you share this video with your friends and other crafters that you know. Thank you. See you as we continue together in the part 2 of this video.